SoundMeFreely.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we today? What are we feeling? How can the wide world of artistic expression help you? What do you want? Ah, dear Memoria. Isn't she gothic? I am such a fan. Let's go. We fly.
It appears that Artt is interested in helping with Lady Memoria. Cam is still required for her request.
Well, well. Looking for a bit of zen, I see. You couldn't have come to a better place. I come here whenever I need to take a few deep breaths. Oh, the waves. This painting evokes in me the most wonderful combination of restfulness and agitation, the thirst for adventure and the homeliness of wood and water. It is a mixture deeply to be savored. On the hunt for some counterculture vibes today. Can't say I blame you. In fact, I'd say I'm fully with you. This piece just makes me want to mess with some systems, you know? Oh, it's you. That's good. There are so many in this house who might judge the affection I feel for this little painting. But I know you're not one of them. Well, hello there. This is one of the new pieces I've added to the gallery recently. Isn't it wonderful? Makes me wish I had a Mai Tai and a pair of flip-flops to hand. La-da-da-dum, shaker of salt. Greetings to you, co-curator. I hope you don't mind. I installed this piece on my own. I just couldn't resist it. Jerry is the artist, our very own. Oh, he's so talented. I was so hoping you'd happen by. I dug this one out not too long ago, and I hope you understand. It was an absolutely immediate addition to the gallery. You're quite the artist. I see pre-adolescence and pasta. How lovely to see you. I wish we had time for some gallery work today, but we have much more pressing matters to attend to in the attic. Meet me there, won't you? Oh, a preponderance of dust. I'm so glad you're here. As the owner, the curator of this house, I feel this must be brought to your attention. Just look at that. The dust has created almost a cake-like texture. Makes it next to impossible to divine any detail or subtlety the piece may possess. I do. Precisely. It needs a good brushing. Or perhaps a good swiping. Or maybe even a good blowing. What's What have I said? We were talking about removing dust, brushing, swiping, a good blowing. Oh dear, yes. I heard it that time. Ha! That is titillating, isn't it? Good art can be that, you know. In this context, though, I just meant dust. Blowing as a dust-scattering mechanism. That's all. Ooh, dust does whip me into a frenzy. Ha! Well, I did mean blowing as a dust-scattering measure, of course. I would blow away the dust from the surface of the piece, should that indeed prove to be the most effective way to achieve our end. Blowing in other context is, of course, also welcome, but not germane at the moment. Oh, well, it's not as bad as all that. Perhaps it indicates a gentle lack of attentiveness, but that can be remedied. It's not like it's a red wine stain or sun bleaching, or, and may we be preserved from such, a child with a new box of markers. Dust is entry level. But even so, we must remain vigilant. Yes, it has achieved a thick, heavy, almost pound cake texture. Ah, wait, I see. You were indicating that you would actually enjoy eating the cake of dust that has formed here. Cuisine is an art form as much as any other. But I think that pushes even the most generous of boundaries. Also, yucky. Conservation has certainly entered a lowered state of late. But there is always hope. I am forever an optimist. And a pessimist, actually. Oh, and a nihilist. Excellent query. What an interesting way to pose that question. Like looking at the negative instead of the photograph itself. But in this case, it doesn't really apply. I could say I am not nothing, but I am also nothing. Myself. I am describing myself. Do you not do that on occasion? Perhaps not to yourself, but I'm sure there are others who find you a great, unplumbed mystery. Perhaps I should introduce myself. That might clear some things up. Wonderful! I now imagine you as having a healthy and well-developed self-esteem. Or perhaps you are quite selfish, even narcissistic. Oh, or maybe you are a seeker, always curious about why you are you, the motives and structures behind your thoughts and actions. We are all so varied and unique, don't you think? Ha! Oh, but there I go again. Allow me to introduce myself. That might help you understand why the artwork that is you is so fascinating to me. Ah, yes, so many great pieces of art are unself-conscious. It is a fascinating quality. I did, and you are, but to me, everything is. Allow me to explain. Oh, but my friend, you are. You are as unique and perfect a piece of art as the most treasured expressions of our collective history. And you can trust me. I really know what I'm talking about. I am Artt. All and sundry, great and small, Artt. I am a towering intellectual achievement of profound psycho-spiritual depth. I am a wonderfully ridiculous and whimsical court jester to you, the monarch. I am a passionate, sensual bacchanal. I am a reckless, devil-may-care risk-taker. I am Artt. Sacred paint, I just love introducing myself. Wasn't that fun? Ha ha, yes! Oh, your enthusiasm is delicious. I swear if I could eat enthusiasm, I would. I think it would taste like rock candy. Perhaps you'd be enthused about one more thing. It's my next big project. Oh, wonderful! I love being overwhelmed. There's something about losing control that is really very therapeutic. I mean, not all the time, of course. Even a Jackson salt lick has some structure. But speaking of overwhelm, I'm wondering if you might be interested in helping me with a project. I confess myself to be slightly overwhelmed by it. Oh, sports! Such an interesting art form, sports. But no, there are other things to speak of just now. Oh, have more faith in yourself. You are much more capable than you think. Well, then, you do not have to help. But I think I'll tell you about it quickly anyway. That way you won't be surprised when you see it happening. And if you change your mind, you... An unexpected but absolutely valid response. Artistic truth lies just as much in the rejection, I have found. But before you go, I have fully invested myself in the project of turning this house into a gallery. It is by no means required, but for several reasons I would love your input and assistance. Would you care to join me? I've never had a co-curator before. That is one way to look at it, I suppose. But who knows? This may turn out to be far more exciting than you seem to expect. Fulfilling, tantalizing, illuminating. I'm glad you'll be with me. I'll just go and prepare. Oh, the art of action. Yes! Oh, I think so too. A lot of work, perhaps, and it might even become emotional. We just never know what real art is going to bring forth in us, do we? Oh, sacred paint, I love the journey. All right, I'll go prepare. I'll see you back here in a bit, and we shall begin. Well, I am sorry to hear that. But since it is your house, I think it's important that you at least have a say. Would you be willing to give me an opinion, if not joyful participation? Thank you. You are helping me. I can't promise you'll enjoy it. You seem to have very specific tastes. But I can hope. I'll prepare and meet you back here in a little while. However many times that was, apparently. Welcome back. So, here is my plan of artistic attack. This whole house is going to be a gallery. Right now, I have 4 pieces I'd like to display, and we have 4 really excellent pieces of wall real estate to make use of. And I'd love your help deciding which piece goes best in which place. Let's jump right in, shall we? The first one is this powerful painting of a ship. It's done in the style of J.M.W. Gasburner. He was actually quite troubled. So moody. Shall we talk about it? Very well. So, what do you see? Yes, sometimes doesn't it just happen that way? We don't know why, we are just drawn to something. Or to someone. Some unknown substance deep inside of us resonates with an image or another heart, and we are pulled. Good, sad. What a fantastic way to phrase that. Yes, sadness can be wonderful. Sadness can be so healing and so calm. Tapping into our sadness can be a way to ground, to bring ourselves back to truth. Yes, and that foam-white spray whipping at your cheeks. It does put you in such a mood, doesn't it? Salt is terrible for oil paint, but sometimes I feel if I were to lick this one, I would taste the sea. Oh, no, never fear. I have far too high a respect for its integrity, structurally speaking. You could, eh? Well, that's something to keep in mind. Eroticism is artistic too, you know. Ah, yes, how interesting. What a keen historical eye you possess. This painting does evoke the great naval age of Western Europe, where command of the seas allowed those cultures to assert their dominance to the far reaches of the globe. I have to agree, although truthfully, we may be getting to experience the best of that time right now, through art. The art is a doorway, a window, and one that we are free to close whenever we want to. It's truly extraordinary. Yes, a terrible cost indeed. Without doubt, the great age of sail. There is something so powerful about the ocean, about our attempts to be both one with it and safe from it. What mysteries lie beneath that foaming depth? Why are we so drawn to it when simultaneously it is the source and birthing ground of some of our deepest inborn fears? Fascinating and wonderful. It does. Ooh, and imagine firing one of those cannons. Double blast. I'm sure there will be folks who look at us in the here and now and think that we were nuts too. This kind of art is amazing in that it can capture a psychic perspective as well as a visual one. I see. And how wonderful of you to have that awareness. Because almost more than anything else, art is personal. It is different for every individual. What harmonizes with one soul might be a discordant tone for another. Or, as in this case, there may be no music at all. Do you think we should display this one? Most excellent. I understand. I'll just put it away then, shall I? And do come back. There are more pieces to go through that might be more to your taste. Now, on to location. Just here? Let's look at our options again. Like this? Well, what do you think? All right. How about that? I see. You have quite an eye, I think. It looks fantastic there. Well done. There are more to go through. The gallery is yet in its infancy. Come back to me here in the attic when you're ready, and we'll do this again. I so enjoy talking about art, no matter your preferences. Ah, you've returned. Excellent. I have a very important piece to discuss with you today. I think you'll like it much more than the JMW. This one. This one. It is Japanese, done in the style of the Muromachi period. For me, it is such a wonderful evocation of the fullness of empty space and the emptiness of presence. Ecstatic! What do you think about this piece? Wonderful. Where would you like to begin? Well, color wheel me intrigued. Enlightenment. The concept that cannot be truly understood. The goal that cannot be achieved. The never-fulfilled quest. Isn't it aggravating? How do you see enlightenment in this piece? My, methinks we may have a philosopher on our hands. Indeed. The Muromachi period was heavily influenced by Zen Buddhism, a philosophy of meditative stillness, balance, and ultimate simplicity in all things. Oh, I'm so tickled that you are experiencing that while looking at this piece. That it is. The tree, off-center, but in the foreground, that beckons you in. In its relative detail compared to the rest of the image, it's almost an anchor for your conscious attention, while your unconscious mind floats away to the misty mountains in the farther frame. What about the composition touches you? Well, my, I hadn't considered that, but I believe you are right. For an artist to leave so much undone, to almost trust the viewer to complete the image with their own experience, it is brave. It is kind and trusting. The artist is our companion on this journey. You have truly moved me. Yes, the mountains. How do they appeal to you? Look at you. You have room for a Zen-like meditative experience and also creepy. How delightfully flexible you are. I understand. I, too, could stare at them all day. And speaking of, do you? My, I'm so intrigued. Tell me why. Yes, I suppose that's true. It is a moment of perfect stillness captured on canvas, and you are clearly a creature of action. Well, one could argue that those are golds, and browns, and burnt umber, and perhaps even a touch of gray-green. But yes, I do see what you mean. When compared to Andy Warhol, it is a bit bland. Ah, yes, I see what you mean. I suppose the proliferation of mass-produced copies, or works done in the style of the ancient masters, has been a double-edged sword. On the one hand, there's so much availability now, and on the other, it might make some people think that the mass production and not the original work came first. It might make the work cheap in a way. Oh, you're giving me so much to think about. Oh, friend, art can affect us in some powerful ways, can't it? It's all right to feel alone. It is all right even to be alone sometimes. But please know, in the deep way, you are not alone. See the boundless sky above you. Feel the wide earth beneath your feet. You are in the embrace of the world. And should you ever need it, I will hold you in mine as well. It is part of the duty of art to bear witness and offer presence. I'm so glad. And so, the Muromachi. I do know. Truly I do. And about hanging this painting. I wonder if this might even be your way of talking about it. To say nothing. If so, I remain disappointed, but I honor your expression. Shall we display it in the gallery? And what a calm corner that shall be. An even more impassioned reaction than I anticipated. But I've asked for your help, and I shall honor it. Where shall we hang it? Like that? All right. Here? Well, like this? Here? I see. Well, 2 wonderful pieces hung up to please the eye. Well done. A few more to go still. Let me get them prepared for viewing, and then feel free to return. Well done. A few more to go still. Let me get them prepared for viewing, and then feel free to return. Welcome back, co-curator. Let's return to our gallery design, shall we? You've got to see this one. Much less serious than the others. There was one piece you didn't like, but hopefully this one you will. You've hung nothing so far, so perhaps this will be the one that breaks the streak. I mean, just look at this adorable little thing. I'm sure some might call it kitsch, but to me, it is perfectly quaint. That little house, that little brook, that little rainbow. You know, I read a wonderful story once about a young couple who escaped their city to stay for a weekend in a cabin just like this. They liked it so much, they moved in and never went back. Shall we discuss it? Lovely. What do you feel when you look at this? Of course, it was designed to do just that, I believe. That was the goal of kitsch. To be broadly palatable and easy to view. The subject is immediately clear. There's no definitive point of view, no work required from the viewer. In fact, the majority of people looking at this would feel just the same way. At ease, not triggered. It was designed that way. And that is absolutely wonderful. Good feelings are good. Critics have claimed the same, believe it or not. There is a school of thought in which kitsch is actually a political and social tool. Critics have claimed that the style can be used to convince people that they're feeling something sincere and deep, but with no real substance. Even that it can be used to reinforce totalitarian systems of governance. Amazing, isn't it? The power of art. Yes to both. Well, that is entirely up to you, co-curator. Yes, I believe that to have been the intention of the piece. It is not meant to disrupt or disturb or unsettle in any way, merely to exist and impart good feelings when someone chooses to see it in that way. That being said, I also believe in an efficient use of space. There is always room for feeling, but I personally have very little room for ambivalence. Of course, it is entirely up to you. I am here merely to assist, educate, render opinions. Oh, and be excited, of course. I can see why you feel that way. Many others would, too. Is this one you'd like to display? Well, burning is extreme. Where shall it go? Here? Well, how about this? All right. Like this? Here? Well, we are making excellent progress here. Just one more to go. The thrill of gallery design. I am having so many feelings right now. On the one hand, this is the last piece, and how exciting that we have done so much good work on the gallery. And on the other hand, this is the last piece, and after this I won't have such an easy reason to have you around and work with you. I almost don't know what to feel. I suppose I'll feel it all. That usually works. All? Oh, you mean just the two things I delineated a moment ago? Of course. Whew, you had me scared there for a moment. I have many other feelings, some not discovered yet by mankind. Oh, do I ever? You should see me when I haven't eaten. But anyway, I won't keep you longer than necessary. To work! You have declined only one thus far, so the odds are good you'll like this one. You have declined 2 of my pieces, but maybe you'll like this. Perhaps it's not even worth showing you this one. You've declined the other 3. But I shall try nevertheless. This last one is a true modernist kick in the pants. I give you protest art in the style of the one and only Planksy. It's so irreverent and bold. I do love it. What do you think? Let's get into it. Oh, talk! Tell me things! Oh-ho, do you now? Could it be because he represents the near-universal presence of corporate greed and the culture of theft and criminality at the highest levels of our capitalist society? Absolutely! Art is a medium almost without peer for the making of statements. And this piece absolutely makes a statement. Were it me, and it is, I might call it bad-ass. I feel bad-ass even looking at this piece now. Oh, how extraordinary! The experience of looking at it with another being has vastly deepened and intensified my own initial impression of it. I love that! Yes, the ubiquitous universal concept of the man. I get it. I'm cool. Woe indeed. Where on the palette did that come from? I suppose I do get rather carried away by the impact of creativity. Which is not to say that my words were untrue. I don't think. What do you think? Spray paint, yes. But that same argument has been used to disempower creative expression for generations. It's just paint. It's just a TV show. They're just words. I think we are foolish to consider the impact of a piece as limited by its medium. Well, yes, I can have that effect. I get so passionate. I hope you enjoyed being freaked out. In my opinion, we are not often enough in extreme states like that. To a reasonable degree, it's quite good for us. Yes, this does seem to be a touchy area. Oh, how I would love to dig into that more. But no, you are where you are. Your feelings are valid and just, and I'm just honored that you trusted me enough to share with me what you really want. So, on we go. As am I. I am on board with art as the perfect solution to just about any situation, and politics are no exception. How do you find this piece to be political? I think you may be right. Greed is a normal experience in life, but when taken to the extreme or relied upon as a strategy, it can lead anyone into damaging behavior. Of course, that is the generous outlook. The possibility also exists that these corporations never had our best interests at heart, that from the very outset they were criminal in nature and designed to suck us dry. Oh, dear. Do you see the power of art? Look at these profound and unsettling thoughts that are inspired in me now. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, how interesting. The man is indeed alone in the image, and he doesn't appear to have the resources or technology of a James Bond type. But with that bag slung across his shoulder, and that sinister smirk on his face, oh, the damage he could do. I wonder, do you think the artist was trying to make us afraid of our fellow beings? That even one of them with sinister intent could ruin us? In light of that, I think I might have to be a lot more careful about who I let into the gallery. Ah, yes, of course. Our environments are active upon us. Perhaps this man is to blame now. But were he taught differently, given different values, he might be an altogether different sort. Oh, we should talk about the prison system. Another day. We should talk about the prison system another day. Back to this fabulous piece. Does it? How wonderful! It is absolutely essential to find joy and humor in art. If it's all serious, sacred paint, what's the point? What about it makes you laugh? Yes, he looks like one of those classic bandits from the old cartoons. It did always make me think, what is the point of a mask this small? Even on someone who purports to have a secret identity. They can't really believe that a mask that skimpy would actually protect their identities, right? Ludicrous! What a ludicrous word! Oh, my goodness! Oh, I haven't laughed that hard! Oh, dear! Oh, what pleasure! How lovely was that! Well, back to gallery business. Now that I can see straight. Well, then, I suppose that as long as the wearer feels like they look cool, that's good. The art of self-expression is experienced most fully in the self that is expressing, after all. That is so inspiring. You can see the points that are being made, and instead of going to a fearful or an angry place, you allow yourself to see the inherent ridiculousness in their behavior. I tell you, my friend, you are in for a long and happy life with a point of view like that. Yes! Oh, sacred paint, can you imagine? I'll bet it was done under the cover of night, with a great deal of planning and preparation so that the actual execution could be swift and sure. I imagine the artist actually tiptoed away from the scene, chuckling. Surprise, everyone! Oh, to have been there when the intended targets of this received the missile. Anyway, irreverent indeed. So, oh, what a powerful perspective. How do you mean? Yes, I can understand your point. So much work that is done in a public or communal space walks the line between art and nuisance. Yes, many critics of this style have cited the relative ease of it as evidence that it is not, in fact, art. Does art indeed have to be difficult to accomplish in order to be art? Is complexity, or a life spent perfecting the craft, necessary to earn the title? Well, quite a few people care. But such is the nature of our wide and varied world that quite a few people feel as you do. It is vitally important for us to be accepting, even curious about all viewpoints, perhaps especially those that differ from our own. And contrary to what some might say, I believe your opinions to be just as valid as any others. I genuinely appreciate your sharing them with me. I see it as a mark of trust that you have told me what you really think. But Oh, all right. Are we going to display this one? I respect your decision. I do confess myself to be a bit sad. Even if art confronts me, I do love to see it up in the light. And where is this fantastic thing going? Here? Well, like this? All right. Just there? I see. How about this? Well, here we are. All 4 pieces for the gallery have been studied and placed. What an achievement! In the wake of it, there is something I need to tell you. You see, I've been thinking about you, about us. You put them all up and talked about it every time. I am in love! Oh, it is rare to meet someone like yourself. And as you can imagine, I have met a great many folks. But you helped me with my gallery by offering your thoughts and opinions. You hung up every single piece and talked with me like humans do to each other, even though they were so different from each other, and even though they may not all have been exactly to your taste. Oh, I am thrilled beyond words to hear that. Oh my, that actually leads me to the most important part of this, because, you see, I couldn't agree more. Just look at how varied our conversations have been, after all, and they truly have given me life. What's more, what is most, really, you talked with me about every single piece. To have someone to talk to, someone willing and smart, someone so vibrant and open-minded. I am happier in this moment than I have ever been, for I am in love with you. I am in love with what we have done, and I must know now, as I have needed to know so often before. What do you think? Can we talk about the great artwork of us? Tell me, will you be my lover, my muse? Oh, my love, I soar! Well, of course. As long as I get to have you around, I am grateful and excited. As for all this new sensual energy, I guess I'll just go sculpt something. I've heard that can be a good release for the sexual urge. So, shall we friend? I'm trying out using it as a verb. Oh, how artful. Friends with a twist. I quite like that. And a friends to the death, then. I gave you every opportunity to participate in the creation of this gallery, to choose the pieces and to choose where they should be displayed. I gave you the chance to share in my passion. And you refused. You hung nothing. You barely spoke to me. It pains me to hate anyone, but I do hate you. Oh, I have to go draw something. But you spoke to me. I truly do not know exactly what to do with you. You would not hang a thing, but when I asked for opinions, for conversation, you were present. So I've thought about it, and the best solution I have come up with is friendship. In friendship, perhaps we can learn a little more about each other, because it seems clear that the understanding does not exist yet. I am ever the optimist, you remember. Time for a little more hope. You decided to hang only one of the pieces that I showed you for the gallery. only one. It hurt me, and in truth, it was quite confusing, because you spoke to me so much about art. I loved your opinions, too. I've been wondering if you give yourself enough credit. It is strange to say this, given that you were less than enthusiastic about populating the gallery, but I have developed deep feelings for you. What can I say? Your conversation, your presence with me here, I have fallen for you. But we did speak about art. I'm sure you can tell by now. Art, conversation about art, musing and pondering of the mysteries of art is what truly inspires and illuminates me. And I am grateful that you participated in that with me. And so I wonder, can you call yourself my friend? It would so please me to call you mine. And then, on top of that, you talked with me only once, about only one piece. In truth, I suppose I should have known this would happen. But as I said, I am an optimist, ever hopeful. In this case, hope has not carried the day. It pains me to know that a bright river of communication must be dammed. But so it must be. Leave me. Do not return. And you couldn't even be bothered to talk to me once about art. Not about the pieces, not about the gallery, nothing. You know, in the artistic community of the video game, there is something called a speed run. One attempts to get through the game, or the world of the game, as quickly as possible. No interactions, no distractions, nothing unnecessary. I hate to have been made to feel unnecessary in your speed run of art. Begone. I am done with this. I had 4 paintings to put up in the gallery, well, in your house, and you chose to put up only 2. 2 is so very much more than 1, but it isn't 3. Or 4. Sacred paint if you'd put them all up. What I mean to say is, thank you. 2 is quite wonderful, and I am grateful. And you did talk with me so much. I really love that. Talking about art is something I dearly love. And you can probably easily believe that most of the time I'm talking to myself. So talking with someone else, talking with you, was lovely. Lovely. Do you see? And we talked 2 times as well. Ah, perhaps that's it. Perhaps you are just a great fan of symmetry. I am too, you know. I think I could be friends with another symmetry buff. What I mean is, I'd very much like to be your friend. But you talked with me only once. One time. I have so much to offer, and I was so curious about you. It takes a lot to kill my curiosity. It is one of my defining characteristics. But it's gone now, and so should you be. And you couldn't be bothered even once to talk to me about art. Was I boring? Was I a joke? Go. Never mind. Don't answer that. Just go. Look at you. You put up 3 paintings. What a wonderful start we've made to the gallery. And we did it together. There are ways I could be better pleased with that outcome, but not many. And on top of that, you talked with me so much. The art of a good conversation is only to be had with companions, I find, and you have been an exemplary one. So much so that I think I'm actually in love with you. And I must know how you feel. What do you think? Do you? Could you love me, too? And in the midst of creating the gallery, we've managed to have a couple of truly illuminating and enjoyable conversations. Thank you for those, truly. Between the pieces and the talking, I feel as though I may have found a real friend. But even while the gallery is looking so full and exciting, something vital is missing. You seem to care about the pieces, but not at all about me. You only deigned to speak to me once. It hurt, and I wish I could be more magnanimous about this, but I can't. It hurt me enough that I need you to leave now. Thank you for the start to the gallery, but I'll do the rest of it on my own. I'm a better conversation partner than you are, anyway. And now for the difficult bit. The gallery looks beautiful, but you and I... This is a painful mismatch. I am sad that the trope of the heartless gallery owner has proven to be so accurate in your case. You are happy to look at me, but to talk to me? Be curious about me? Wonder why? Never that! You've broken my heart, and if there is one thing that Artt has plenty of, it is heartbreak. So go away, and stay away. All four! You've put up all four pieces! I'm stunned, really. I'm grateful and excited, and my gallery, our gallery, is looking lovely. And to boot, we've had so many wonderful conversations. That, I have to say, is even more important to me. I could have hung the pieces all by myself. But the conversations... No. For those, I needed another viewpoint, another perspective, and you generously provided it. I don't think I could have had a better time. My love. And we did have a couple of nice conversations about art in the process. You've truly become a friend. That is, if you want to be. And now that that's done, I have to ask you to leave. No, don't bother asking why, if you were even going to. You spoke to me about Artt only once during the whole process, so why would you want to speak to Artt now that the gallery is complete? I am grateful for your help, but I wish no more of it. Go elsewhere, and take your succinctness with you. I will continue to add to it, I imagine, making it more and more complex and personal. But you will not help me. I might imagine you are shocked by this, even hurt, but I don't care. You didn't speak to me about the pieces we were including in the gallery even once. Not even once. If that's how you work, I can do it much more happily and more successfully on my own. Don't let the creativity hit you in the butt on your way out. And yet, every single time I asked for your opinions or your thoughts, you talked with me. You refused to give me the satisfaction of hanging a piece, and yet you gave me the greater satisfaction of a meeting of artistic minds. I have never found myself in this situation before, and it confused me, until I realized I am in love with you. Yes, really. I know. Be transfixed. Be amazed. I know I was when I realized it. But it's true. You challenge me. You excite me. You've offered me something I've never even imagined before. A new type of art. The empty gallery. Will you accept my love? Oh, my love, you have satisfied me in a brand new way. How marvelous. Ah, well, I suppose I can content myself with that. I cannot handle any more violent swings of the pendulum. Exquisite love to abject hate. too much! We are friends. That's a middle ground, right? I fear anything more extreme might break me. And the last thing Artt needs is another broken artist. Ah! Greetings, co-curator! How lovely it is to see you! Shall we take a stroll and discuss the fruits of the muses? Or break out the brushes and mangle a canvas or two? Can't wait to see what's on your muse's mind. Never a dull moment with you, friend. Away we go. My heart soars, my knees weaken. My raison d'etre has appeared at last. Tell me, have you come for a stroll through the senses? A stern daddying? Perhaps a gentle caress? Your wish shall be my only mission. And savor every instant we are together. You are my everything. Now, shall we? With great pleasure, you naughty little sprite. Now, shall we? I will cherish you for as long as you are mine. Now, shall we? No, I do not have time for this. You'll forgive me, of course. Or maybe you won't. I can't say that I care, truthfully. Surely I have nothing new to offer you. To you, I might as well not exist at all. Look at the desolation you have created. Well, I'll be damned. A statement accurate, profound, and annoying, seeing as I hate you. It's going to be hard for me to hate someone who makes such powerful artistic points. Yes, really? What do you want, a parade? Oh, wait. Actually, a parade might be a fabulous expressive opportunity. Oh, my sacred paint! Do you truly mean you're prepared to paint me upon the canvas of reality? Well, I'll just hang here until you're ready. Oh, hello! Hi! Greetings and salutations! Is it time? Oh, say it's time. My, what an artful evasion! In the future, though, just say no if that's what you mean. Look at me. So long have I been inanimate, merely the intellectual representation of art, the art that I love, and now I am art. I have eyes of real color, skin of real texture. I can feel, and am felt. Am I Pinocchio, that my inanimate substance has become flesh? My mind is bursting with harmonies, with form, with grand composition. I think truly I might go batty if we don't paint something right this minute. Quickly now, to the brushes! Not a worry. Then I shall get myself right off to the bristler. Damn it! Then to the art supply store! Like one of those French girls from that big ship. Voila! Your pleasure has been the great work I shall never surpass. My soul can finally speak. Hear me, O world of fecund radiance. Wait, what? Well, that sucks. I did not think that if I became flesh, I'd be subject to the same woes that other flesh is heir to. Guess that means I need to go get a job. Well, suppose I'd better go find some gainful employment then. Blind fools! Why would they launch another giant balloon animal? You mean I just get to stand in the presence of beauty all day? And protect it from unwelcome interlopers? And talk to people all day about the beauty? Sign me up! Hi, so good to see you. I'm glad you're here, actually. There's something in the corner Do you see it? Well, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but optimistic as I am, I'm willing to hope that it's not what it looks like, which, of course, is the embodiment of hopelessness and existential nausea. Funny? Oh, I wasn't intending to be funny. I was intending to be accurate. I find accuracy is very helpful in situations where one is scared. Not that I'm scared. Not scared. Confused, on edge, in need of an explanation, but not scared. Scared? No, I'm not scared. I'm intrigued, I'm curious, I'm gung-ho. I might be a bit nervous because, well, who wouldn't be when confronted with that from a dark corner? But no, I'm not scared. Oh, sacred paint! Is that Doug? He's difficult to forget. No wonder that embodiment of nausea thing came so readily to mind. We both have, I'm sure. Even an embodiment of nausea has to have some dynamism. There are so many different kinds of nausea, after all. Ah, a muse? Me? Doug. My dear, nondescript Doug. Are you saying that you are in need of inspiration? In need of a cleansing fire and a joyful companion with whom to conquer the world and be conquered by it? For real? Doug, compadre, I know this might be difficult for you to grasp, happiness being such a foreign concept and all, but it would make me so deeply happy to be your friend, and perhaps more. Oh, don't mind me. Just a little sculpting. Yes, darling. Yes. Keep going on. I'll sculpt you into something wonderful like I always have. Yes. Yes. More! I know just what to do with you, as I always have. Let me help you deal with your pain. Come into my embrace. If you were any happier, I would have nothing to art about. Absolutely. I couldn't be more enthused. Let's get back together. And perhaps, with our work, we can bring her back. Leave us be, my little cherry. Of course there is. One needs many brushes to make a truly extraordinary painting. We're going to need a little time to get to know each other again. Hush, darling. Come here. Hello, lover. Now, Doug, remember who this is. Remember what they've done for us. Maybe be a bit less nauseating. Now, Doug, remember who this is. Remember what he's done for us. Maybe be a bit less nauseating. Now, Doug, remember who this is. Remember what she's done for us. Maybe be a bit less nauseating. I'm afraid that might be all you're likely to get this time around. But just between you and me, thank you. We're getting along like a house on fire. And yes, that's a good thing. Yes, wondrous things. Paintings, poems, sculpture. Duchamp beat you to that idea by over a century. We still have a lot of catching up to do. A pleasant day to you, my friend. Wow, he's really improving. The last time we had a guest come by the gallery, all I got was... And hey, right back at you. I'm always so glad when you visit. Oh, my. Both of us? Really? Did you hear that, Doug? We're going to be real! Oh, I don't think so at all. I'm very ready, and I think it's most excellent. Now? Can we do it now? It's a perfect time. It's our slow day at the gallery. Ha! Amazing! I love it, too! Hurry back, then. What is it, my nauseating nugget? Ah! You're here! It must be... realization. Yes, of course. Are you ready? Oh, we are. You'd better hurry, though. He's about to existentialize himself to death. Well, would you look at that? Doug, my darling, you are somewhat human. If I can piece this together correctly, I believe that as our previous forms were always more abstract, it has created a bit of a left-of-center approach to the human form. Ah, you did? You did say it! Mind? Mind? Why, we'd love nothing more. But isn't there something so seductive about a bit of a low mood? I've always found that. The low sharpens me somehow, awakens me to the high. I'll handle the fun, Doug. You just keep everybody grounded. Oh, dear. This is Artt, which I am, but meeting you here just isn't right. No. To the attic, where it is only proper. Meet me on the empty canvas. To the empty canvas in the attic, not here.
Artfully dodged.
How artistic. You'll start with realizing Artt himself? Okay, Artt, let's make you our latest canvas. This has to work. There's no better match I've seen with this pair. Doug, Artt, become intertwined in a totally new way.
Yeah, you sound super not scared. Nice work, pal. He thinks I'm some kind of slime centipede. From a long time ago, so no, really. He's probably changed or whatever. I haven't, obviously, but he probably has. Nice. What the hell am I doing here? Oh god, here we go. Look, I don't need a damned thing. And if you're gonna talk like that, I'm gonna go crawl under a rock and ponder death, because that would be more fun. Actually, I might just do that anyway. Are there any good rocks around here? Excuse you. My head and my butt are quite friendly enough with each other. Three's a crowd, pal. There's no happiness without hope. She's gone, dude. Fucking gone. I know you and me go way back, but for a while there, things were okay with me and her. She soothed me, helped to ease the pain. I should have seen it coming. I know more than anyone that everything dies, everything collapses, everything falls into the sputtering whirlpool of non-existence. Of course she goes too. Of course even the one fucking thing I found as a companion. But what are you doing? You've got your hands all over me. It tickles. God, I hate you so much, Artt. Okay, just for a little bit. Then I'm back to sulking, okay? Are we doing this? Really? You know just what to say. Thanks, human. Yeah, what he said. Oh god, the human is back? Why? It's kind of my thing, though. Hi. I pointed at the toilet and said, "So is that Artt?" And he said... And I said, "Shut the fuck up." Oh, hi. What's up? God, that was exhausting. I'm gonna go lie down. Yeah, I don't know. That might be a really bad idea. Okay. Great. More waiting. My favorite. Artt? Artt! The human came. Well, obviously not. Oh shit, can you do that? Yeah, you too. Somewhat being the operative word. I feel an urge to say whoop-de-doo. If by creative you mean depressed, then yeah, let's party. If I can assist you in any way, you know I will. As long as I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. Like fun stuff. I'm not into that so much. Good deal. Yeah, hey, I forgot my t-shirt. Thanks.
And don't think I didn't notice your fantastic red shirt. Oh dear. Tell me you're not wearing that fantastic red shirt and hoping it's going to count as artistic expression. Because it does!
A marble Adonis regards you with a critical gaze, completely unembarrassed to be wearing so little in your presence. He gestures to the room around you, wrinkling his sculpted nose. He sweeps his arms in a grand gesture, striking a pose that makes him look like the ancient statues he's modelled after. Incredibly, Art's human form somehow outdoes the perfect sculpting of his former, inanimate body. He's just as chiseled as he once was, but something about the sheer tangibility of his humanity elevates his current form into something truly divine. Artt points somewhere across the room, and when you follow his gaze, you see what he means right away. A muscled figure that, like Artt, looks rather like a carved marble statue, stands in the corner. But where Artt resembles the Greek statues of old, this figure has a face as inscrutable as any one of the world's greatest mysteries. He wears ripped jeans and nothing but, standing stooped with his hands in his pockets and staring in silence at the two of you. You, of course, recognize Doug in an instant, but it's cute to see Artt react to him with such horror and confusion. Artt holds his arms out to Doug, a warm smile on his sculpted face. Slowly, begrudgingly, Doug shuffles forward, hands still in his pockets. He lays his head on Art's shoulder, and Artt sweeps him into his embrace, holding him tight. Even in the midst of Art's nurturing embrace, Doug refuses to take his hands out of his pockets, but he does close his eyes for a few moments. Doug's blank expression never changes, but you can tell something within him has softened. Artt and Doug inspect each other, each now human, in theory, but still looking rather like themselves. Artt is as transcendently beautiful as ever, and Doug, well, like the greatest works of art, Doug defies description. The spectral energy flows through your date theaters, and in place of the abstract representation of art, you are now privileged to behold. As passionate as he is creative, Artt strives to make his every touch its own masterpiece. He paints with every colour of pleasure, yearns with every hue of desire. By the end of your session, your soul reaches climax the very same instant as your body. It was true. Art's works were passionate, daring, brilliant, and entirely unmarketable. After spending 2 years creating works of staggering genius and refusing to cave in to the pressures of the vox populi and the art-collecting market, Artt was destitute. Forced to take on a side hustle, Artt quickly found work as a museum curator. However, refusing once again to cave into the demands of the museum's biggest donors, he was promptly fired. However, unwilling to part completely with a storehouse of genius as marvellous as the museum, Artt agreed to remain on staff, as a security guard, a position which suited his temperament rather well. The spectral energy flows through your date theaters, and what was once merely your overwhelming sense of existential dread and art itself becomes... In the chronicle of your sexual history, never before has an event rivaled this one for strangeness and strange perfection. Doug spoke the simple truth. Artt created realms of fantasy and creative illusion. Doug brought the darkness, and Artt illuminated the three of you. Doug touched you, held you simply, held your gaze. Art's bold caresses sent shivers up your spine, which he followed with a practiced hand that he then buried in your hair. They were perfect together, and their interplay brought you to an ecstatic stillness, a zen riot you could never even have imagined. To this day you remember the sensations, and to this day you wonder if perhaps you made it up, if perhaps you created it all as the most perfect fantasy. They were gone when you woke up. Well, almost. As you were sipping tea, trying to contextualize your recent experience, you heard a knock. You dazedly answered the door. It was Doug. Doug shambled to the couch and dug a grungy T-shirt from between the cushions. You stared. This unassuming being had played a critical part in driving you to a pleasure from which you would never truly recover? And as you watched him go, yes, he fucking had. Seeing as Doug had very little motivation to participate in the world, get a job, etc., it fell to Artt. and Artt did what he knew best. He applied for work at a high-end gallery. With his knowledge and presentation, he was hired on the spot. But his career there was to be short-lived. For one day, he brought Doug with him to work. And Doug was, well, Doug. He spoke the truth simply, sometimes brutally, and that was when he spoke at all. He feared no one. He sucked up to no one, patronized no one. The gallery manager smelled gold. He decided to put Doug on exhibit as a performance artist and asked Artt to design the installation. Artt chose a simple white chair under a single clear light. Doug sat down, and for a 3-hour stretch each night, he Dugged. They came from all over the city. Pretty soon they were coming from all over the region, then the country, and then word of the exhibit of Doug became international news. It wasn't long before Artt realized that this was where his future lay. He quit the gallery, with the manager's blessing, and became Doug's manager. To date, they have completed 3 international tours, encompassing Europe, Asia, the subcontinent, and even a few cities inside the Arctic Circle. Their next tour is already planned to the nines, and is going to be exclusively through the southern hemisphere. Artt is understandably beside himself with excitement. Doug, after a yawn, said that he didn't care. You spend your time with your friend Artt, full of whimsy, wonder, and plenty of fine cheeses. With your friend Artt, the conversation sparkles as brilliantly as champagne. With your lover Artt, everything around you has cause to be examined and considered in its own right. You leave feeling refreshed and inspired. Artt daddies you like no one else can, leaving you sufficiently cared for and warm, maybe even a little scared. A snuggle with some fine art is worth more than gold. You leave feeling full of wonder and warmth. You look, and you leave. With the combination of Artt and Doug, your snuggles are both warm and tender, and confusing and cold. You leave feeling inspired to create. And with that, your quest for Lady Memoria is complete.